Vincent, yes, hello. Yes.
Oh, hi, Michael. How are you?
Yes, I'm quite well, thanks. Listen, after last week, I feel,
Yes.
like a weight had lifted off, and I just, I've been like walking around like I'm wearing, comfortable old slippers, just really sort of
Yes.
no foot aches or anything like that. Sometimes you do if your shoe wear's not great, but you know about that. I just say thank you so much. It was great.
It was a pleasure, Michael. But although I've misplaced all my notes, so I have no idea what actually the outcome was.
Well, you told me I was okay, and that was,
okay.
I guess that was what I need to hear. I mean, actually, I've been thinking a lot about, because I suddenly have this sort of, my headspace is clear and I can think about things, and I was thinking about. It drifted to the, sort of not supernatural, but more not esoteric. What's the right, spiritual? Maybe, I don't know.
Oh yes,
And,
yes.
I was, like there's these sort of sort of spiritual things, gods, whatever, and there's all this thing about there's just one God, but really, the clever people back in the old days, they were saying there's lots of gods, and you kind of you choose the one. So if if you're going to go to war, you pray to Apollo, I think it was, and that's the Greeks. The Romans had Mars and all that sort of stuff, or Neptune was the sea. And but if you for example, if you're married, right, and but you got your eye on some other person, then you go to the goddess of love, like sort of which was Aphrodite, or the Romans had another one, but you definitely don't go to Hera, for example, because she was always upset with what Zeus was up to, because he was, and that was really weird too, because Zeus would sort of, manifest himself as a horse and then proceed to impregnate some sort of, young light thing. Although to his credit, he went about doing the procuring himself. It wasn't like Jeffrey Epstein, where he had like, Ghislaine running around saying, finding young girls and saying, hey, how about this guy? He was doing it himself. But anyway, the point is, Hera was really upset about it, so you definitely wouldn't go and pray at her temple if you were going to, commit adultery. But the reason I was thinking about that is because, like in the Jewish faith, which is something and I kind of carry as a burden in a way. There's also sort of supernatural. It's all one God, but there's like this thing called the Dybbuk, and it's like a...
The what? The Dybbuk?
The Dybbuk, yes. I don't know if you know, the Coen brothers did a great film called A Fortunate Man or A Serious Man or something like that.
Yes.
And it was just basically in sort of, it's a little bit paganistic, but it's in folklore. And in the religion, it's like an evil spirit that makes your life a bit miserable. And so once you've been sort of, you're not hijacked by them. It's not Linda Blair, turn your head around 360 degree stuff. But it's once you got this. So I felt like I had a Dybbuk, and now the Dybbuk's gone. And I'm just, I feel quite sort of, I feel quite liberated. So, listen, before we start, proper, there was something I guess if we're not doing it in the session, then it's okay, because it is kind of confidential, I guess.
Yes, yeah.
Well, you know how your partner,
yes,
you're separated, you're distanced, or
we're divorced.
Oh, you're divorced.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know you'd actually had the divorce. Right.
Yes, no, we did. Yeah. That was a while back.
Oh, well, that's a relief. I'm sorry, but no. The reason it's a relief is because, I had a session with her because she comes and talks to me every now and again.
Yes.
And man, you should.
And she didn't tell. She hasn't mentioned me. She doesn't mention me, does she?
Well, I mean, you should. She does. You should hear the things she says. But of course, I'm not going to pass that on. That would be highly inappropriate, even outside of the session. But she mentioned that she was going wedding dress shopping. And I thought, oh goodness.
Oh.
I know, right? Yeah. So yeah, but look, let's put that to one side, and let's
She's remarrying.
Well,
she hasn't mentioned that to me.
Well, look, neither have I, to be honest. This is not a conversation we've had. But anyway, so let's start the session proper, and you've accumulated a credit, which is fantastic. You've truly earned it. So, Vincent, yes, hello, how are you? And I trust there's been no harm or self-harm, yes.
No harm or self-harm, although you did mention the Dybbuk.
Yes.
And I'm just wondering if I have a Dybbuk. Do you?
Well, I have no way of telling because it's something I only realised afterwards. But you could just have bad luck, and people go, "Oh, you got a Dybbuk." But so you could have a Dybbuk and have bad luck. You could, I think, you can have like a dormant Dybbuk. It just sort of sits there, and then you have bad luck at some times and not others. And I don't know. Have you thought maybe you should go and see a rabbi?
Yeah, I don't know. We don't have any in the local area. Yeah, maybe I should go talk to a rabbi. I might do that. I'm not Jewish, but I would like to talk to a rabbi because I feel like maybe I do have a Dybbuk.
Yeah, well, and look, if you can't see them in person, I'm sure if you do a Google, I'm sure there'll be some online rabbinical services available these days. I mean, you can get everything online, can't you?
Okay, yeah. Well, the reason why I say that is because, as you know, I've been my relationship with Priscilla, the yoga instructor, that's sort of gone by the by, and I feel like I'm just having a string of bad luck in relation to meeting someone else.
Right. Well, that's classic Dybbuk. I mean, that's in the sweet spot for the Dybbuk. Totally.
Right.
They mess up your love life. Yeah.
Yes. So she was obviously old enough to be my mother, and her son is like a brother to me now. So it's just got very confusing.
Yeah, no, it has. I mean, the other option, of course, is maybe Priscilla put a spell on you. So maybe rather than a rabbi, or in addition to, you could maybe get in touch with a Wiccan.
Yes. Yes. Oh, yeah, Wiccan. Okay. Yeah, there's lots of options there. I mean, I'm not sure unless I go see a clairvoyant.
Claire who?
Clairvoyant?
Oh, a clairvoyant. Yes. Well, you could, but I mean, what to try and talk to the Dybbuk?
Yes. To bypass the rabbi.
Well, yes, it would still, if you got a spell on you, though, would it clear? I suppose some. I mean, again, you can Google will tell you that. Like, you'll have some clairvoyants that maybe specialize in talking to Dybbuks, and then there's others that can sort of scan you and see if you've got a spell on you or something like that. Maybe.
Yes. Yeah. Well, I mean, there's certainly a lot of options.
Yes. But listen, our time is up, and almost up. Because I mean, as good as it was last, it was only quite a short session, and so there's and I'm watching the clock, obviously, just to make sure it's all fair and equitable. Yes. But do go on.
Well, I mean, I'll look into all these options and see if I can come up with something and get back to you, Michael. Because I think once I've sort of sorted that out, then we can progress further on my therapy journey. Yes,
and with the the Dybbuks and the spells and things like that, I mean, take precautions, obviously. So wash your hands thoroughly and always wear a face mask. I think I'd probably recommend that.
Yes. Okay. Yep. Okay.
because I think the Dybbuks are sort of not orally transmitted. What's the word? Like through the air. They're airborne. I think they're
airborne.
They're airborne. So if you wear a mask, I think with all airborne things, they say if you wear a mask, it helps to prevent transmission. Yes.
Yes. Okay. Well, that sounds good. Yeah. All right. All right. Well, I'll yes. I'll look up Dybbuk because I'm not quite sure what to do about that. But I'll talk to the rabbi about that.
Okay, good, excellent. Well, good luck with that, and we'll get you back onto accruing credits next time, and look forward to it. All right. Well, good luck.
Okay. Thanks, Michael.
All right, cheerio then.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.